So many years ago, I had the privilege to work for Mr. Barry Keane. He was the owner of a blinds business in Knysna, and they sold blinds like rock stars. There's no other way to describe it. They were so passionate about the business, they cared about the customers, they loved the products. So I learned from the best, and I always thought that if I one day I'm going to start my own business, I'd like to model it on the business of Mr. Barry Keane. So he inspired me, and I'm very grateful for the lessons I learned from him. Well, I love blinds, and I love all our products actually. Shutters, awnings, they transform a bland room or a bland area into a special place, a place where memories are made, a place that inspires or that wows people. So yes, our products are also always changing, moving, so it's a fashion industry, isn't static, so there's always something new to offer, to present to customers. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why we're so passionate about our products and the industry. Our industry also gives us the opportunity to interact with people, and we love people, but we love making people happy even more, and that's what our industry affords us to do. We daily with customers, we have to help them find solutions that are not just practical, but also aesthetically pleasing, and there's nothing that gives us more joy than to hear a customer say, "Excellent, great, I'm so impressed and I'm going to recommend you." So that's also what contributes to us enjoying our business. Yes, when you start a business, you're very lonely, you're very unsure about yourself, you're hoping for the best, you're trying to be positive. But unfortunately, the reality for me certainly was that I had a lot of naysayers or negative people around me that were doubting whether this was a good business opportunity. They even said things like, "Don't you think there'll be a day when everybody has a blind? You know, what are really the prospects?" Some even told me, "Do you think this is a real job?" But personally, I view criticism and people saying, "No, I can't do it," as inspiration to make a success of something. So I'm very proud of what we've achieved, and we've just steadily worked at it, and we've overcome those negative thoughts. Something else when you start a business is that it's a very lonely place. You don't have people that are in the same circumstances. Maybe some of the people you talk to are already successful, so you feel that they can't really relate to your circumstances. And that was also something I had to overcome. So I think today, as the franchisor of Blind Guys, that's something that we are very sensitive to. That people need positive inspiration when they start their business. Not just airy-fairy, be positive, but real constructive support that help them to overcome the challenges when they start a business, and to be that person that can ask for support or assistance, that shoulder to put their head on when they're feeling negative or doubtful. And because we've walked the same path, we can help them to overcome these challenges. We've helped more than 25 franchises over the years walking the same path. So we know what they're going to face, and we're there and ready to support them through these times. To be honest, yes. I firmly believe that if you don't have a dream, you can't have a dream come true. So when we started Blind Guys, our dream was to have 70 franchises, to be a national brand, and to maybe even expand it further. So for us, where we are now is just the start. We would like the whole country to benefit from our ethics, our service levels, the quality of products that we give customers, and our approach to business that we always want to do stunning. So yes, we're happy that we've got the amount of franchises that we've got, but we'd like more people to join us and to help grow the brand with us. Yes, and I think it is something that you're born with. If I think back at school, I had a little stall outside the house. I was always selling something. I always got some scheme or business going. My maybe first interesting one also was in White River, where I actually had a stall inside the taxi rank, and I loved doing business there with the commuters coming in and out of town. So yes, from a young age I also worked, and for me I just needed guidance. That was the big spark, because I had the drive, I had the interest, I wanted to see success, and fortunately I got some of that guidance, and that's what put me on the path. So our motto is we only do stunning, and that's really our desire when we interact with a customer. From the moment we take the initial phone call or get the quote or lead, we want to impress them with our service, the way we communicate, our consulting process, even the installation must be stunning. But our unofficial motto is do it like you would do it for your mother. And if you had the mother I had, you'd make sure you arrive on time, wipe your feet, don't lie, just be honest, and just do your best for her, and she'd love you for it. So that's really the approach in Blind Guys, and what we're trying to grow that feeling and that same desire in all our staff members, is that we really want to take care of our customers. Yes, you can buy a blind from everyone, from many people, from many other companies, but we really try and do it with heart. I'd say the biggest lesson is actually to stick to the basics. There is no replacement for product knowledge. There's no replacement for good communication skills, for making sure you're well organized, on time, and really trying to assist the customer, putting yourself in the shoes of the customer. So when that's your approach, you're well organized, then success comes. Success is the sum of all the little big things that you do right every day. So if you've got good routines and you stick to your principles, success follows. Maybe not quickly, but definitely eventually. And then you've got a solid foundation also to grow your business and to continue doing business further. So as a franchisor, the main part of our business is finding new franchise owners, and it's been wonderful over the years to take people that maybe didn't have opportunities in life before or in business before, to help them to become business owners and to grow. So I think of one specific franchise owner that we have today that previously used to be a housewife. She never worked, she raised the boys, and then due to a change in circumstances applied to become one of our franchises. We gave her an opportunity, and to see how she's grown and upskilled herself and developed into a confident business owner has been wonderful. And so there's been many other similar stories where people maybe had a regular job, low-paying job, and are now business owners. So that gives me a great joy to see how people transform, people who maybe didn't think they're capable to reach certain goals, but also to see how that benefits many other people, because they now in turn are employing others and training others to apply the same skills, and in this way growing their business and also Blind Guys as a franchise group as a whole. So I personally feel very honoured that the franchisees have put trust in us as a franchise business and also in myself. So I try to reciprocate that trust by helping the franchises to be intensely interested in each of their businesses. So I daily look at their figures, look at their strategies, and see how we can offer help and support. That often means going with them on quotes personally, sitting with the franchises, working and setting goals together, and sometimes on a very direct basis, helping with the selection of staff or whatever their needs might be. So we're quite a hands-on franchise business. Also, we look at the needs of the whole group as a whole, and from there also design training programs that will help all the franchises. Because marketing is such a big part of our business, I'm intensely interested in the marketing side of our business, to keep an eye on that, because that's also what drives our business. So yes, we don't just count the money, we try and support our franchises, because if we can transfer the knowledge, the passion, the insights of the business to our franchises, they will drive their businesses, and it will also spill over into their staff and the service levels they give to customers. Well, first of all, I try and keep my eyes and ears open. So by doing quotes and working with the franchises on ground level, I stay in touch with the requirements of the customers, the market. You also see the needs that customers have. I also visit suppliers regularly. They often also provide us with input of new trends and what's happening in other locations around the world that can predict what will be happening in South Africa soon. So we are ready and trained when that fashion or trend hits our market. I also regularly attend trade shows, both in South Africa and also internationally. So there we get ideas, we see what's coming, and we also can prepare the market through our marketing for these new trends. Many years ago, when I was a young man, I backpacked in Italy, and I landed up staying with a poor Italian family. And I tried to ask the father of the house what business he does. He eventually took me down to the basement of the apartment building, showed me garden tools. I was quite puzzled. What is he trying to say? I obviously couldn't understand him well, him speaking actually only Italian. And eventually took me to the street, and he showed me the grass, the flower beds, and his words were, "Me, I make the street look beautiful." And I was a young man then, but it really inspired me to understand that it's not what you do that's important, but how you do it. If you really care, if you're passionate about something, it will be good for others, it will be good for you as well, and you will enjoy what you're doing. So that's a life lesson that I've tried to apply to myself, and I try and share it with others, and that way we become the best that we can be at whatever we do. We look for qualities that only your father and your mother can teach you. And those qualities are qualities like integrity, honesty, really caring. When people have those qualities and they are positively inclined, they see the glass half full, those are people that we can train because the foundation is right. We really look forward to growing the business with more like-minded people around us. There are many realities and challenges in the current economic climate, but we've seen that by just sticking to the basics, doing our best every day, the business grows. So we are confident that we'll continue to grow, but we are not chasing it at all costs. We want to grow the business with the right, like-minded people. I often see customers on the outset when we arrive for a quote focusing on the price. What will it cost? Or I'm getting another quote. Make sure your price is the best price. That puts salespeople under a lot of pressure, and often customers actually shortcut themselves. Because instead of the consultant really offering them the right solution for the situation or the problem, they go to the cheapest solution. So my advice to customers would be, by all means, get other quotes, but allow the consultant that's been trained, that's knowledgeable, that knows what all the options are, to really present this to you properly and then make an informed decision on that. And like in many industries, cheapest is not always the best, often not the best. Make sure you get value. Remember that you're not just buying a blind or a shutter or an awning. You're also buying the caring salesperson. You're also buying the quality of the installation. So do you know who's going to do the installation? Are they going to leave your premises cleaner than it was before they arrived? You're also buying the backup of a reputable national business. So understand that it's not just a blind, there are quality differences in products as well. So that's my advice to consumers. Yes, ask for a better price by all means, but also understand that quality comes at a price. You don't know what you don't know, but looking back, I see more and more the importance of communication. Challenges with customers are often because of poor communication, not bad intent necessarily, but just poorly communicated information. So issues within the business with staff members, often because of poor communication. So I would really, looking back, focus more on communication and listening properly before I draw a conclusion or give advice or come up with some solution. So that's, I think, a life lesson, but it applies equally to business, is gather information, make sure you've got all the facts, and understand the importance of taking in information, getting the full picture before you come up with a solution, communicating it. And then communicating properly and regularly. And if you just put yourself in the shoe of the customer or the staff member and understand their needs, you will communicate often enough. If you want to experience stunning, for the best in blinds, shutters and awnings, call Blind Guys.